Hi y'all, welcome to my channel, welcome to a new video. Doja Cat, Hot Pink. Album review, let's talk about it. Hot Pink was a highly anticipated sophomore release from Doja Cat, who made a splash in 2018 with her single, Mooo. A fun, quirky, very silly song, just playful, very funny. People were really hyped up about this album, given the release of some of the teaser tracks to this thing, Bottom Bitch and Juicy. They were hyping this album up, and I wasn't really one of the people that were super excited about this release, but I still checked it out to see what it had. Doja Cat's personality was apparent on a lot of the singles. My first memory of Doja Cat was back in 2014 with their single So High, and even then she had a nice personality to that song. She brought a good character to the track she was on. But listening to this album, yeah, I don't see her personality anywhere on this album. Maybe a few spots here and there, but very, very, very sporadically do we get a whiff of, oh, this is Doja Cat. The song Bottom Bitch uses a Blink-182 sample, and her vocals on this track seem so demanding, so commanding in a sense, and man, this is very much a highlight on this album. Along with the anachronistic Say So, which feels like a 2000s dance tune, something like, I don't know, Gwen Stefani would be on, but hey, it has a nice nostalgia factor to it. It's a great song nonetheless. It's driving dance beat and these very sexual chords, like you start to listen to this and it's like dun 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 dun. It brings a mood to this song that's just so almost titillating. I think the lyrics on this track in particular are a highlight of this album. One of the singles to this album, Juicy, features Tyga of all people, and surprisingly I like this track. Even though my track record with Tyga has not been all that well, I very much dislike a lot of his material. Nonetheless, this song on here, I was expecting him to pull through with a very mediocre or very boring feature, but he kind of surprised me a little bit. Maybe because my expectations were so low of him that he surpassed it just barely. But I mean, he sounds like he's there. He sounds like he's aware that he's being recorded. Doja Cat sounds nice on this track as well, and the production is also very fine too. A lot of the production on this album is not bad, but it feels like, I don't know, sometimes the production is a little too simplistic, a little too basic. A lot of the songs on here, the production aspect of these songs, seem to kind of repeat 30 to 60 seconds of the song over the entire track. And the production mainly is just, at best, slightly interesting, like on the track Say So and on the track Bottom Bitch, where they flipped a Blink-182 sample in a very smart way. Even though the production on Bottom Bitch is pretty simplistic and it's just this guitar passage, this guitar arpeggio with like some trap hi-hats here and there, it's not that bad of a song, and again, the commanding voice that Doja Cat has on this track makes everything work nicely. However, the one song that I don't like all that much is the song Talk Dirty, which everything just kind of cobbles together in the most uninteresting way on this track. Production seems a little wonky, and goodness, sometimes the backing vocals are way too loud. First 40 seconds of this track is very questionable, and as it being one of the longest songs on this record, it's easily also the most skippable. And that's the unfortunate part of this album, is that a lot of the songs on here kind of just go by. They don't really excite me. They're not titillating, and that's kind of a little weird, I know, but that's what this album is supposed to do, right? It's supposed to be exciting. It's supposed to be erotic in a sense. I feel like Doja Cat wanted to be a little raunchy, maybe come off as like a cupcake, but not so eccentric or so verbose. But she kind of sounds like a dollar store cupcake. She's just like very vanilla, very boring, very plain. Yes, we can agree on a lot of the things you're saying on here, but like, emphasize your point. I just can't get along with a lot of the lyrics on this thing, as they're just very plain, simplistic, again. They don't excite me. They don't make me, I don't know, interested, invested. And I feel like she really tried on this album. I feel like she kind of tried to be a little more raunchy, a little more in your face, but it kind of fell flat on its face. Not only did a lot of the songwriting on this album fall flat on its face, but also some of the features on this thing, mainly the Smino and Gucci Mane feature, those kind of fell on their face as well. Smino, not too bad. I mean, it's alright, but the Gucci Mane feature is painfully average. There's nothing really to talk about here. It's just average. So phoned in, and it's just kind of pathetic, honestly. Again, Tyga doesn't deliver that bad of a feature, but I think the main problem with this album is that Doja Cat really doesn't seem to find her footing on this entire album. She kind of sticks with the sound of trying to make a, I don't know, trap banger or like this sexual, raunchy song, and yeah, it just sounds like a list of songs that are attempting to make another hit song over here. And if you like that, that's fine. I'm not hating on you for that, but I just kind of want more of an attitude, more of a personality, more of a persona from Doja Cat herself. Like we saw her personality on So High and also Mooo and Tia Tamera. Those singles were really good. Where's that? I only get, whiffs of her personality here and there across this album. I'm just at a loss, really. And it's not as titillating as I kind of wanted it to be, but nonetheless, it's not terrible of a release. I can't get behind it. I just can't get behind it, unfortunately. It sounds so boring. It's such a bore. The lyrics on this thing, yeah, I can nod my head in agreement with, especially the song Cybersex about, having a relationship between the internet and obviously doing certain things across the internet. It's a nice time and topic to talk about in this day and age. But, I mean, all the other tracks in here kind of just repeat the same formula over and over and over again, with a few exceptions here and there. And maybe a formula like this works sometimes on the album, like, again, Bottom Bitch. Say So. Really, these two songs are highlights on the album. And I could even say Juicy is a highlight on this album, too. But really, I wouldn't go back to this album all that much. I really don't find anything super interesting, super intriguing about this album. This is just unfortunate because I really had high hopes for Doja Cat, and hopefully she can bounce back from this album. But at the end of the day, Hot Pink, it's graded a C-. Yeah. Outro. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this album down below. Let me know what albums you want me to review next. And that is it. Leave a like, comment, share, do whatever you want. Let me know how I can improve future videos down below. And remember, this is only my opinion because music is subjective.